Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming.
All right, we are back. We are deep into getting into spring right now. There's a few things that happen every year on the Pulling the Cork podcast. I shouldn't say every year. They become traditions. Yeah, you're fine right there. And this is one of them. This is the annual golf show. Okay. Nice. If you don't like golf, do me a favor, shut your fucking stereo off, or whatever you listen to this on. Imagine you listen to a stereo.
Oh, God, aged yourself, right?
You and your 8-track and piss off.
Listen, I love, by the way, lately, Stevie's. Let's talk about this real quick.
Fuck
so I'm in a golf league.
Fuck him.
I'm in a golf league with Jon, Rich,
Who are both here.
Who are both here. Yeah, welcome, boys. John's second time, Rich's first time. They're our official golf correspondents for the show.
Perfect.
And we had our final thing the other night, but the week before that was Stevie's birthday.
Yeah.
So Stevie Suda, who you grew up with,
Stinks.
Terrible
human.
It was his birthday. I ordered him a shot, and the next thing you know, we got like 50 shots, and then that culminated in like the girls who were working there buying us shots.
Oh, God.
And then the girl being like, "You don't look 48." And I'm like, "That's right, I'm 56. I'm fucking older than 48." But all right, we're gonna talk Masters today. Couple quick things to get to before we do it. The golf tournament is sold out. Before it even happens, it's sold out.
Damn.
We told you that, though.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, you know. And I apologize a little bit in the Patreon because there was one Patreon group to be had, basically, and Mark Fitz got it. And
Fucking nepotism.
Yeah, like, so everybody from last year pretty much got the group back. So they wanted it back.
We tried to do that because you don't want to. If people wanted to come back and they were at the first one, you kind of can't boot them.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. There were a couple of people that had groups the year before that I may or may not have not mentioned. Like, I was like, if you don't listen to the show, you don't know, then you're not reaching out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Agree, yeah.
All the money goes to CF. Last year we did like $3,500. I'm hoping we'll do like $5,000 this year for cystic fibrosis, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be unbelievable. Real quick story before we get into it. I went on Wednesday night. So I like the Grateful Dead. Everybody, I think I've talked about this. That's how me and Mohan like kind of hang. The only thing we have in common is that. If we didn't have that in common, I wouldn't like him. No, I'm just kidding. So I saw this thing. It was like Dead, and it was like Dead and something. It was at the City Winery, right, which is like a really nice spot in Boston, and it was like.
One right near.
Yeah. It was like these guys have played in the side projects of the Grateful Dead, like meaning like for the people who don't know Grateful Dead, like Bob Weir, who was in it, had like there was like Rat Dog, and there were like Allman Brothers sides, like Betts and Family or whatever. First of all, I'll just start with this. I shouldn't like drink red wine. That's the first thing to start with. I'm like a glass of red wine. Like Mohan paid the bill. It must have been like $300. I'm like, do not pay this bill. Like he doesn't drink.
You're right.
And his buddy Brad doesn't drink. And I'm like, meanwhile, I'm walking out of the place like absolutely fucking sideways. That said, these guys, like, they are grifters, this band. If you're going to play like Dead music and all Brothers, whether or not you like it, you have to be fucking nails to play this music. Like, you just have to be fucking great. And they stunk so bad.
I wasn't expecting this at all.
They are town-to-town medicine salesmen, charlatans, whatever you want to call them.
Charlatans.
Like, they were just bad. And it was like, at the end of it, like, we were talking about Tommy being on house arrest. And Mohan's like, you should make them go to every show on the fucking docket for this band. Like, they were fucking horrible. Also, if this audio sounds a little bit different, we're using a different interface because it has more inputs than the Rodecaster. It has 6. This is what you would hear on Bad Brain. They use this. So this audio is brought to you by Bad Brain Podcast. All right, so we're gonna talk Masters. And Fitz, how was the weekend? Real quick, you had a little something.
Yeah, yesterday Connor had semifinals in hockey. Me and John were just talking about hockey, being hockey dads.
Yes.
Dude, yesterday I was flying high. They went through the whole entire game, 3-3, went to overtime, stayed 3-3, no goals in overtime. They went to a shootout. Connor was number 5 out of 5 to shoot. Every kid scored before him, so all 4 scored before him, and now I'm fucking freaking out. I'm like so nervous. Yeah, I'm so nervous, and he's just cool as can be. Skates down, stick handles back and forth, head up, looking where the goalie is, and snipes one top right corner to fucking
awesome.
ice the game.
So
It was such a good feeling. I have like 3 different video angles of it. Someone sent me it on Live Bond.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And then, so we had the finals today against Masco, which is 3 different towns. It took 3 towns to fucking beat us.
Yeah.
But needless to say, we lost in the finals. That sucks. But the kids got to learn to lose just as they learn to win. And this team, it was a great season. It was awesome.
Real quick aside, going into that, Addie had a volleyball tournament all weekend. She plays for, like club volleyball, so she was out in Westford, Mass. Here's a quick aside. So I get up Saturday morning and I'm like, I'll drive my mother because my mother wanted to go. So Maggie's like, all right, I'll drive her. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So I look at the fucking, like, they send you an email with, like, where to go, where to buy your tickets, all this shit. So I drive out there. I'm like, where are you? She's like, we're on court 5. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm on court 5. You're not here. Now, she had told me this place is kind of shitty. This place is pretty sick. So I'm like, I think I'm in the wrong place. She's like, you're in Fitchburg. We're in Westford.
Oh no.
So now, listen.
Like 2 hours away.
My mother, a great woman of Irish descent, New England woman. There's no comfortable silences. Like, we're talking the entire time. Now we're back in the car. It's fucking pouring out. So anyways, we had to do that drive over there. Got there. And the reason I was telling the story was Corka, been around since the dog house days. Sean Lucier, great guy. And I saw him at one of the original ones, and he was there with his wife. So it was Lucia versus Hearn in the final game.
No way.
Yeah, we came out on top. I'm just gonna say that.
Just had to get that in there.
His daughter is the same as Addie. Like, they just started playing. So, and she was great. So it was awesome. They crushed yesterday. I'm like, yes. Like, they stunk at the beginning of the year. They're getting good. And then, like, today, like, the gas came out of the can. You know what I mean? I went and I was like, oh, fuck. But anyways,
was Ann pissed that you went to the wrong place?
my mother never gets mad at me. I'm the favorite
Yeah?
son. I'm the only son, so I'm the favorite son. Yeah, I'm the prodigal son. Danny, I'll tell you what my mother would be very happy about is that sweatshirt that you're wearing right
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
There we go.
Friday I went to opening day at Fenway, and let me just tell you something. If you don't make 6 figures, don't even sniff that area of Boston. Serious.
Yeah.
Left there, I met up with my buddy, excuse me, met up with my buddy Mike from Philly. Flew in that day, I met him at the airport. And he's just got a backpack. He's there for the game, leaving the next day pretty early. So he's like, "This is your city, take me on a tour."
Is he from here?
No, he's from Philly. I met him through a Notre Dame page. Not that that's weird or anything.
That is so weird.
But that's how, like, when I first went to Notre Dame, I got my tickets through him. Never met him before. Sat next to him and his old man, and we've been fucking boys.
Nobody
ever
can make
since.
friends like you.
That's awesome.
So he was. Remember when I walked up the stairs in Notre Dame and I went 10 rows backwards?
Yeah.
That was my first introduction to that man.
Yeah.
But we've been friends ever since, and come to find out he's a huge Red Sox fan. She's
Really?
like, yeah. So he comes here every couple of years, goes to the game. Because last time I was there in a place called Quincy. I go, that's the South Shore, and it stinks. So glad you got a place up here. So we go to the game, and I was like, let's make it a real experience. So we took the Green Line in, and it still is horrible. Awful. Absolutely terrible. I don't get how we have such great trains on the Orange Line, and then you just get on the Green Line. It's horse and buggy from the Oregon Trail. It's just fucking terrible. So first stop, he goes, well, I've been to Cask and Flag. And I said, all right, then we'll go there first. We walk in. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Game's at 2. All right. We go to the back bar because the front bar is already taken. And I'm like, what do you want? He's like, I kind of want to start with a mixed drink. So I said, and I already told you guys this, but I go, I was like, you know what? I will too. So we got a vodka. He got a vodka soda. I got a vodka something. And The lady goes, how much? All right, John Narco, how much do you think 2 mixed drinks are at 9:30 in the morning at Cask and Flagon?
You're probably looking at like $28.
You're so nice.
Yeah.
You're so nice. $47.
Wow.
$47.
That's absurd.
My buddy paid with a 50, and the lady comes back with $3. He goes, no, I gave her 50. She goes, I know, with a smile, like she did him a favor.
How big were the
Regular
little drinks?
Yeah, little fucking drinks. I will say she free poured the vodka because like we were the only animals drinking mixed drinks at 9:30.
Yeah.
So she didn't even have the spouts on yet.
Still, you could fill that whole cup
Yeah.
for not $47.
$47, yeah. So I did tell him, I said, I don't want to look like a cheap prick. I said, so we'll get one more in my tab and then we're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we went to Bullpen and we stayed there until the beginning of the game. I do love a good Fenway trip. It was awesome. Weather was great.
Also, you called me at 6 o'clock.
I did.
Do you remember this?
No.
No.
But at 6 o'clock, I was at the Hop, I believe.
You were going to the Hop.
Okay.
You called me. You're like, talk this kid off the ledge. He just won 500. He wants to put it all on the Celtics minus
That's right.
14.
That's right.
And you go, let me put you on the phone with him. Talk to him. Send somebody.
I do remember
Lay
this.
it on the Celtics. I go, fucking lay it on the fucking Celtics.
I do remember this.
You're
yeah.
like, you're telling him to put it on. I'm like, what? That's what I do.
That's right.
That's awesome.
I do remember this. But then that was pretty much the end of it. I told him, I said, all right, I got to go home.
By the way, real quick, the best way is the way you preface that conversation was like, you knew that you were on like this rocket ship echelon of drinking, and you were assuming that I was not. So you were like, "This isn't gonna take long. This isn't gonna take long. All right. I'm not bugging you. I'm like, but you got to talk to the senses." I'm like, put it on the
Did they
Celtics.
cover?
I have no idea.
All right.
No fucking
Fucking great.
no clue.
Let's look this up. I gotta check it out.
He's like, Durant's out. What do you think? I'm like, yes.
So I got a Fenway trip coming up in April vacation.
Okay.
Which the only reason I'm going is because we were gifted the tickets for free. I would not be going to Fenway with a family of 4.
No, fuck yeah.
If I had to pay for tickets as well as spending money.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for you.
Please.
Last year, as I've said many times, they got rid of the relish at Fenway. They had Mike's amazing condiments, and for whatever reason, there's no relish at Fenway. Is there good news for me this year, or is there still no relish?
I think Danny Gillis forgot to look. Because
Danny was drinking vodkas at 9 in the morning, so
Exactly.
he
I think
forgot.
Danny Gillis forgot to look because I did get a dog,
Yeah.
but I was in the stands. So the guy gave it to me, and he was like, "What do you want?" And I didn't even think of relish because relish is stupid. So it's the worst part of a pickle ever. Like I don't even know how it's the same.
What do you guys think about bread and butter pickles?
Love them.
Let's go! Let's go!
do you mean,
They're the sweet
Yeah,
sweet
they're not
pickles.
bad. Yeah, they're like with
They're
the,
terrible.
like the curls or the.
But essentially, bread and butter
just-
pickles are basically relish. Really,
It is because
Yeah.
it's sweet
I like
relish.
sweet.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
sweet
I like
pickles.
relish.
Sweet pickles
Yeah.
are good. Yeah.
Disgusting.
By the way, they
You
won
don't
by
like
20.
relish?
They won by 20, so they covered.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Look at that. You made 1,000.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Look at that.
go.
And, and I'll tell you what,
Life advice for Brendan.
he did
Look
not
at us.
have a good Saturday morning.
Well-
so you know what I mean. But hopefully that 1,000 helped.
Define good. You know what I mean?
Real quick, I know I'm hogging the mic, but Saturday morning, my daughter had orientation at Salem State.
Nice.
So she's going there in the
Sick.
fall.
She gonna stay there?
She is.
What dorm
Nice.
is she staying in?
Don't know yet.
All right.
They did give us a tour of the newer one, and
Those weren't there when we were there.
So no, but this kid was he was honest. He goes, this one's $1,000 more because air conditioning. He goes, air conditioning's overrated. he was like, you're gonna have. He goes, you can't even control it. The people downstairs control. He goes, it's overrated. Go to the other hall. So I saw the halls or whatever. Here's my only problem with Saturday morning after a long day at the Red Sox. We had to be there at 7 a.m. And the first thing I see is a whole bunch of trolleys, like the old school trolleys. And as you walk in, you check in, you go into the gymnasium, and first thing you see is tours. So I'm like, yeah, we'll fucking do one of those,
Right.
right?
Gym is sick. Too.
Yeah, it is. So we go in there, we see the tour, or we do everything that we have to do. She's majoring in psych. So we went to meet with their team or whatever. And then they're like, all right, your tour is at 11:15. So I'm there for 5 hours already. The sandwiches were terrible. The coffee was burnt. And I just want to get back home and lay down. So they're like, all right, your tour is at 11:15. So we go meet with our tour guide. And I'm like, we're walking? What were the trolleys for? That's the only reason I signed up for it. It's a 45-minute tour.
yeah.
I'm just walking around Salem like an idiot. Like
The
I'm like,
campus is spread out. Yeah.
so the guy goes, we go across the street to one of the buildings, Sullivan Building, something like that. And he goes, "Does anyone have any questions?" I go, "What happened to the trolleys?" And he's like, "Oh, those are for the students." I go, "What about the parents?" Now, mind you, it's a group of 20 people, and there's a group behind me, or like parents behind me. They're grandparents. They're in their 60s. They didn't think that there was a walking in this either. Yeah. They were not happy. So finally, the guy catches up. He's sweating rockets. He's like, "How much longer we got here?" I'm like, "Buddy, I don't know. I would. The minute we see a bar, we can stop in there because it was just a bad day."
But I like that hoodie.
So the hoodie. I told you I had a story for this too.
Yeah.
After everything was over, I said, "All right, we got to get you a hoodie. We'll get me and Mom a hoodie, and spend our life savings on it." Right? So we go to the bookstore. First one I see, I'm like, "I'm getting the orange one.
It's
You guys go pick something else out." So they got one that says like Salem State. So I bring it up to the lady, and she goes, I'm not trying to be rude. Can you try this on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." So I try it on, and I'm like, "This is fucking snug." She goes, "What size did you get?" I go, "I got a large." She goes, "I think you got to get a size up." And I go, "I've never been an XL in my life."
Jacked. Let's go, jacked.
Oh, no. It gets better. So I go, "Z, go grab an XL for me." She goes, "Okay." She comes back over. I'm like, "Can I try this one on too?" She goes, "Yeah." Now, mind you, there's 100 people behind me in line watching me do a fucking fashion runway.
Yeah.
I put on the XL.
Huge.
No. Small. What
No.
size is this?
That double?
That's a double, pal.
Dude,
Champion,
it's huge.
Yeah.
Champion makes clothes for children.
I can't explain it. So the one that she got is a medium hoodie, and it fits me regular. But it's like, I don't think it's a Champion one.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing a 2XL right now.
Don't watch a Champion.
I'm never gonna.
Watch
This is
Champion.
Yeah.
might as well be a crop top.
Dude, my sister went to UConn, and I bought every time we would go down, like my father would be like, "Hey, here's whatever." He would get us a hoodie or whatever, and they had it in the attic, and she had it by the way, I was at this time when I was probably right, I was 193, and I put it on, it was the arms were up to here, yeah,
It's a 2X.
Yeah, never watched that.
You can wash it, just don't dry it.
Look at this is a pro. Right here.
Yeah.
This is a pro.
Look at
Wash
this,
it
Mr. Mom.
and just hang it up. Let it air dry.
Oh, by the way, another thing. So my parents would be pumped. Both my parents were at Salem State. Tom Ahern, starting point guard at Salem State.
Nice.
Fact.
Knuckles fired up right now.
It's like
Go Vikes.
as I like to say, my father, obviously, it was a starting point guard, great basketball player. My mother's father, 3-sport captain at BU, and also got drafted by the Braves, quarterback at BU. I like to say it's I'm dating myself again, but it's a lot like Teen Wolf. It skips a generation every once in a while. You know what I mean? I had nothing. But we're gonna talk Masters today. Oh, last thing, Patreon, new Patreon member in the house,
Who we got?
Will Noonan.
Let's go.
Yeah, and by the way, do you know what his Patreon name is?
No.
Rubik's Pube.
I was hoping it was going to be
mean-
something to be with Bourdain.
Always jokes. Always jokes with Will. Always jokes. All right, so we're gonna talk Masters. So we're gonna talk bets of what we like coming up this week. We're gonna talk everything, right? You guys have both been, and I forgot about this. You guys went together, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you got all right. Let's go back in time. You guys were college roommates,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salem State.
Salem State. Yes.
He's the
Let's
first person
go.
I met at Salem State.
Let's
We
fucking
roomed-
go.
I roomed with our buddy Brian. I showed up early. Brian didn't show up until 9:30 that night. Lowe knocked on the door and he goes, "Is he here?" And I was like, "I don't know who he is." And I go, "Is he cool?" And he goes, "Yeah, he's all right." And then he just went back down to his room, and then Brian showed up, and she hung out, and we've been attached at the hip ever since. But yeah, we lived in apartments together. We roomed in dorms. I've known him since I was 19. So
Yeah.
my kid loves him more than he loves me.
Oh,
Not the same Salem State that you went to.
No.
It's
all good.
This weekend.
Yeah.
It was completely different back then.
So did you stay in Bowdridge?
The Bowditch.
About
Oh, pardon me. Fucking Salem State. Fucking
It's the ditch right there on the main road there. I forget what it is, but yeah, we were.
That
there.
was the project. We went by there, and I was like, "Oh, this is my type of area."
Yeah, it was fun though. I mean, we used to try and
Also, by the
sneak a
way,
beer in there was always a fucking
double weird connection is that Rich's wife grew up with Danny.
Yep. And even weirder is I saw her brother at the Red Sox game.
yeah. It's great.
Greatest. Actually, it might be a Patreon story, but there was a. Let's just say I contacted Bobby C at the game when I saw brother Vinny, and there's a story to be told.
I got a good Patreon story too. All right, so you guys went to the Masters. So now here's the way I think about it. I'm 48, right? Just turned 48.
It's
Best
worth
look,
whatever
probably,
you're thinking about paying for it.
as I often say, best 14 handicap in the world, best looking 48-year-old in the world. I'm both those things. When I'm 50, I'm like, I have to make enough money in the next 2 years to take my dad to the Masters and also pay for 2 kids to be in college at the same time. So basically, I got to make $1 million. Like,
We need a lot more Patreon members.
Yeah, we need a lot more Patreon members.
Or start selling coke.
So yeah. So you know what's funny? I had a buddy in college, my buddy Adam Chase, who I don't know if listens to this. Great kid, great golfer. His old man was like always wanted to go to the Masters.
Yeah.
Like it's like he was his dream. And you go, there's a lottery, right, to get regular tickets, which you guys got, right?
Yeah, that's how I want it.
So in general, like a guy like me or anybody can go and pay like $7,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't think it's that expensive, but yeah,
Yeah, but you can pay.
Yeah, you can pay. So there's like and we actually took advantage of one of them. There's hospitality groups. So like the wildest shit about Augusta is like it's a dump. Like it's an absolute dump outside of that course. But like these neighborhoods all around the course are owned by like hospitality groups and companies. Like Mercedes-Benz owns an entire cul-de-sac that like is cut off from the rest of the world. And outside of the 2 weeks, the week before, the week of the Masters, and probably a couple of days after, nobody lives in those houses. And they're just like
Stupid money.
They just bring in their top salespeople, and like Ricky Fowler goes there and shit because he's a Mercedes guy. But like, yeah, so like you can go to these hospitality groups. Like we went to the Magnolia Club, and I think we didn't buy tickets, but they have packages where you can just go hang out in the house and drink and eat all day, or you can buy a ticket and hang out in the house. And so I won tickets.
John, do me a favor. Pull that mic a little
sorry.
closer to you. Just pull it closer.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to actually. Yeah, there you go.
here you
That's
go.
fine.
No, so we won tickets for the Wednesday practice round, which was unreal because it was the par 3 contest. It was real fun. And then we bought tickets to this Magnolia Club on Thursday. And he and I just went there on Thursday morning and just got like buckled.
And
Yeah, just hung out.
so you
Yeah.
walk into this place, and we're like, it was like $250. So we're like, what are we walking into? It's a like single level house. Like, okay, cool. It's about a mile from Augusta. We walk in, it's buffets, like 6 buffets.
Yeah.
6 bars, and then you go out back, and the backyard opens up too. There's putting greens, simulators,
Yeah.
another bars.
Holy shit.
So we're
It was
just like we're
fucking
hanging here all
nuts.
day and drinking.
Yeah.
Open bar, free food.
Yeah.
So like, all right, we hit the jackpot. You watch the Masters, you just hang out.
We also got like super lucky. I mean, obviously it was 2019, so it was the year Tiger won. But like, we also got lucky that the woman we got the Airbnb from, it was the first year she ever rented it out, so she didn't know what to charge. So So we got like a fucking Airbnb in Augusta the week of the Masters for like $300 each. And it was like,
Shut the fuck
Ah,
up.
shit,
I
you
know,
know,
minus the like what we spent in a pro shop.
yeah,
We probably spent like $500-600 on the trip.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Like-
the tickets were
Because
because
the tickets are $70.
dirt cheap, yeah.
The food, like a cheeseburger's $2. Like
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you get that weird fucking pimento cheese
Oh no, there's
sandwich.
nothing weird about it. Pimento cheese is fantastic.
It's mayo and
I don't-
cheese.
It's fucking glorious. And
It's
I make it.
trash.
I make it
All
every
right,
year.
let me
It's
read
amazing.
let me read the Masters menu
Yeah.
for like concessions. This is part of what I love about the Masters. So this is on site. This is what you can order to get, right? Pimento cheese or an egg salad sandwich,
Egg salad's dog shit.
$1.50.
Yeah.
Trash.
Masters Club chicken salad or barbecue is $3,
Yep.
right? Classic chicken sandwich $3. Ham and cheese on rye $3. Chips $1.50.
Yep.
Peanuts $1.50. Southern cheese straws, don't know what that is, $2. Cookies $1.50. Georgia pecan.
The ice cream.
Yeah.
So fucking.
no,
good.
that, well, this was
So-
$3. This is the
caramel
popcorn. Is $2. Soft drinks are $2. The craft beer, the one they have is $6.
It's Blue Moon.
Domestics are $6.
Yeah.
Imported beer is $6. Wine is $6.
The Dow's down 6,000 points. How the fuck is Augusta charging $1.50
Oh,
for pimento cheese?
Because they're
amazing.
so rich, it
It's
doesn't
amazing.
matter.
So the thing about Augusta, their thing is they never changed their prices since like 1950.
Yeah.
That's like their thing.
so they were scamming people in
No
1950.
problem. Yeah.
Like they'll never know.
Yeah. It's wild. But yeah, like if you read books or you listen to podcasts, like Clifford Roberts, who founded the club with Bobby Jones, like that was his whole thing. Was like, we are gonna make this. People are. I think the quote is like, people are traveling over 100 miles to come to this golf tournament. I don't want them spending more money than they have to be here.
They're like the
even though he was a
Costco of
shitbag, like in a
golf
lot of other
courses.
ways, but like the man knew how to put on a tournament and keep the cost low. But they like, I mean, it's as traditional as it gets. So Brendan, I will say, like, if you do decide to go to one of these hospitality things, you probably end up paying like a couple grand a ticket. But like, you get into the house, you go walk around the course, all that, like watch the tournament. I'm not lying, it's worth every fucking penny.
Yeah, so the end of that story with my buddy Adam Chase's dad, like, wrote them a letter. It was like, I've been on this fucking waiting list for like 20 years. And like the next year, like, they got it. You know what I mean? Right. And they went. And they had a blast, I guess. So
it's unreal.
So yeah. I would say from a spectator standpoint, I've been to a few golf tournaments, and this is like Disney for golf.
Yeah.
You go in, like, this concessions, there's lines, everything runs smooth.
Yeah.
It's turntables, like turnstiles.
All right, we're gonna pause for 1 second.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
All right, I think we fixed Rich's mic. All right. Rich.
All right. I'll continue.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So starting up, like, it's once you get in, the thing is, like, you hit the gate, the White Houses, you don't bring a cell phone, so there's no cell phones on the property. If you have your phone on you, they like first you got to drop it off in like a locker.
Yep.
Like, you can't have it. But then you go in and like these tents with the food just run like a machine, like so efficient. The bathrooms, like people in there, you're going through. It's like Disney.
Yeah.
The grass, it's like a pool table.
I see it all the time. So like, I worked in that world, and from an operational standpoint, I've been.
That was a flex, by the way.
Yeah. No, I never worked at Augusta. No, I never worked at Augusta, but I worked like in sports.
Deutsche
and stuff
Bank,
like that.
right?
Yeah. From an operational standpoint, it's the most how they get everything to run so smoothly, and you're never feeling uncomfortable. You never are like worried. Like, not worried is probably not the best way to put it, but like you're just never upset, like, at all. And like, I've been to like the Open, when the Open was at Brookline a couple years ago. You get pissed off.
My father was like, it was a shit show.
Yeah, the line.
I was working in Brookline when that was.
Is like, what they do there is they should teach master classes on it. And no pun intended. Like, it's insane how well that thing is run.
Crowds suck wherever you go. Right?
Yes.
So if you can be in a huge crowd and not feel upset or pissed off or aggravated with that fucking fizzing that you're doing. Honestly, if they can, if crowd management and they can get people in and out through lines, there's nothing better than that, because fucking crowds.
Nobody's
suck.
in a bad mood at all.
It's a respect level too. Like, you can like go buy a chair in the pro shop and be like, I'm gonna sit here on hole 2 and put your chair down at like 7 a.m. And nobody will sit in your chair. Like, it's just like, you don't have to put your name on it.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's my chair. I'm gonna come back.
Or people will sit in it and then
Yeah.
you come back, you're like, that's my chair, and they get up and like, all right, no worries. But like, it's insane.
So I wanted to bring this story up. So I was a big fan of the podcast. Very it was a quick flash in the pan of a podcast. Chasing Green.
Fly the green.
Yeah. All right. That's how long it's been since you guys have done anything.
Yeah.
It was you and Rich, right?
Yeah.
And you guys basically would do like picks each week, and the goal was to get as much money as possible to go on a golf trip.
Yeah, never happened.
Didn't happen.
No.
I mean, the podcast happened, but
Yeah,
the trip
the podcast
didn't
was
happen.
great.
Yeah.
You and I-
You guys went to like Troll Brook.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought golf clubs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Excuse for Chi and I to talk about golf.
Yeah, but Rich had a great story on that podcast that like really resonated with me, which was talking about. So obviously, like, I think if you're in our general age group, right, like whatever that chasm is, which I think is like Danny's 37, I'm 38.
No, I'm 37.
About to be 38.
About to be-
All right, so you're the 10-year chasm, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing more in the world that was as important to golf at that time than Tiger Woods.
Oh,
right?
right.
Yeah.
So, Rich, you had a great story, if you tell it here, about like watching Tiger with your mom. Like, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think I started golfing 95. And then, so Tiger won in 97. And my mom at the time, she didn't know much about golf. She was just like, you like it, so I'm going to watch it. So watching with Tiger Woods, him being African-American, me being African-American, it just set and like captivating by watching with her. And then I think by the end of him winning, she's like in tears. Like, she didn't know bogeys from birdies or whatever, but just, I'm enjoying watching this. And it was just a really it really puts the Masters in perspective with me.
Yeah.
Just probably one of my moments. My mom's passed away now, But when this time comes around, Masters, it always kind of takes me back to that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lowe's mom was
Yeah.
the best. Like, that lady was great, man. She was awesome.
Well, you think about it too. I mean, just in the idea of like, I don't know, just like what he did for golf in a million different ways, right? Now, listen, what he did for the women of various restaurants. We don't have to litigate on this restaurant on this podcast today, but
Well, like, yeah. Sorry, Brendan.
No, go ahead.
But, like, Phil, I think the best way to put it is Phil, and you can think what you want about Phil, and I have thoughts about him, whatever, but he said it best. He's like, dude, we all owe 20% of our paychecks from here until the day we die to Tiger because we would not be making the kind of money that we do without him. That's how much he changed the fucking game. Like, it's him and Jordan are probably the two most important athletes of the past, like, 100 years.
yeah. And I think that, like, you know, you think about, like, people who came from, you know, like, golf is a very elitist sport if you look at it in the idea of, like, it's hard. The access level's hard, right? It's like similar to skiing in some ways, like where it's like, okay, you got a guy like John Daly who's great for the white trash people. I think. Yeah, I was talking to you about this offline. John Daly just did a video with Grant Horvat and Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
Great, John Daly. The legend of John Daly is way better than actual John Daly. Like John Daly. Is like his son at one point is like, I've heard that line before, please stop talking. He's like, I'll be the saddle, you be the horse, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, enough. He's
We're
like,
all gonna be that dad, though.
yeah, but like, I mean, although I will say it is also amazing, like, when we see it now with like Cooper Flag, right? Where it's like, here's this white kid from Maine, right? Who's this generational talent. And it's like, talent just can't be denied. So that's the point I'm trying to make, right? It's like John Daly. It's like whether he's like trash white person from fucking wherever he's from in Alabama, is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Arkansas.
Or like Tiger Woods, who's African American, or you're like Cooper Flag. It's like whoever has been good at basketball came out of Maine, and this kid's the most dominant force right now until last night. But Cooper Flag did a dunk last night in traffic, like that. I was like, that looked so normal, but it was so impossible to do.
Yeah.
So you can't deny talent. And Tiger had talent that was just so fucking undeniable. And there was nothing. It was the 2019. It was, you guys were there. I didn't even know you yet. I was in Hilton Head, and I was watching it at the Frosty Frog. Shout out my buddy's bar. And
Is that the guy that owns the Masters tickets?
yeah, it's the guy goes there that owns all the
yeah.
tickets. I'll tell the story in a second.
Yeah.
But I was just like sitting there, and I'm just like, win this fucking thing, Tiger. Win it.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, dude, Tiger Woods to me is like it's like Tiger, Randy Moss for like my favorite athletes to ever watch.
Absolutely.
Live. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like the domination is so intense, but it's like the thing I always loved about Tiger was like, and obviously it's probably a complete detriment to his life because he's had like I wouldn't say he's had a hard life. I'd say he's had a life of addiction and other things going on behind the scenes. But like when you see like him on a Sunday and he's so fucking dialed, it's like, dude, I just want to feel dialed like that.
And anything.
And anything, yeah. Like,
Grocery shopping. I just want to be in and out.
I watched like a 2-minute reel of him just all the flop shots that he did.
Oh, it's
Out of like the rough and onto the green and fucking it was
he
unbelievable.
also doesn't need the thing about Tiger is that
Anything?
like Fred Mickelson, he like, you know, he's all of the YouTube golf stuff now, and like it's very entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
I like Phil, but like Phil's like Tiger just didn't care about anything but fucking winning and striping balls.
Right.
He doesn't need to be on your fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Dicking around. You know what I mean? And if he is, every once in a while when he's on somebody's YouTube channel, it's like all of a sudden it's like this eye-opening thing of like, he was on Grant Horvat's YouTube channel talking about like, he's like, I teed low because of this. And you're like, holy fuck, like I just learned something.
Yeah.
The rest of them like, Phil's like, I have these cherries though. Because they give me fucking extra energy. Like,
Phil's coffee.
yeah.
And Phil's like kind of talking shit to everyone too, you know? Where Tiger's just fucking like one of the ones that I watched was Phil and Bryson, where they were just like both of them seem like they're a little autistic, maybe.
Yeah.
So they're in there, and it's just like their brain is a golf computer.
Yeah.
So he's like the amount of dew that should be on
Yeah.
the ball
Yeah,
right
feels-
now.
yes.
The angle I should have my club at, and blah blah blah. I was like, I don't even understand what the fuck he's.
All right, Phil.
Dude,
Like, they
dude,
had-
you've seen that one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It was
they
like an
had,
hour-long episode with
Phil-
because Bryson's videos are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched a bunch of his.
My kid loves him.
In that one with Phil, it was like these are two robots golfing.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I will say something about Tiger though. Like when you're a 16-year-old black kid growing up playing golf, and it wasn't very diverse as it is now. Every time you step, for a moment I thought my name was Tiger Woods because every time you step on a golf cart, I was like, oh, there goes Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods here. Like that's so a lot to Tiger, but I could have done without being called Tiger Woods every time I go play golf.
That's all we got. We just,
Yeah.
well, you fuck. Did you? There was one joke I laughed at on April Fool's, and it was from Tiger Woods'
Oh,
Twitter
yes.
account.
That fucked with everybody.
And he's like, "Hey, just got back from the doctors. The Achilles all right. See you at the Masters."
Oh,
and
really?
and then he just goes, "Nah, just kidding. I'm still in shambles."
Dude,
Yeah.
by the way, like nine idiot like golf reporters bid on. They're like,
Yeah.
let's go, Tiger. You know, like great.
Would
yeah.
you be shocked though? Like if you
know.
go
Yeah.
to Germany and have some fake like fucking
Yeah.
Achilles put in?
I mean, here's a weird thing to think about, like where it's like, you know, Tiger's a great example of it, but it's like Tommy, my son's like, I don't know how this kid's just like obsessed with MMA. Like he couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. Like, but he's like John Jones. He's like John Jones is not a good guy. He's like,
He's a
but
great
he's
guy.
the best of all time.
I love
like,
him.
at like fucking fighting. You know what I mean? And I'm like, listen, most of the people who are the best at something, there's always a give and a take to everything. So it's like, let's use
Roger Clemens, piece of shit.
me. I mean, yeah, he's a loser. No, but like use who invented Apple? Hold on.
Oh, Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs is a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But it's like Steve Jobs, like you need Steve Jobs to do that because he's willing to like absolutely sacrifice his entire like
Yeah,
like
they
life.
all have sociopathic tendencies. If
Yeah.
you're a great. Like I forget who said it. It was like, I think it was about Brady. It was either about Brady. No, I think it was about Jordan. It was like Michael Jordan was either going to be the greatest basketball player who ever lived, or he was going to be the greatest serial killer. Who ever lived. There was something along. I forget who said it. It might have been like Bobby Knight or something.
Yeah, like Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant. Like
Yeah,
people,
Kobe was the same
people
way, yeah.
always forget like
Yeah.
one of the best rapists that's
Yeah.
ever done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
All these people that are the best at what they do, they're a villain in someone else's story.
Absolutely.
absolutely. Dude.
Yeah.
Like how many people did Jordan just break in half?
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean, ruin their lives. Like in
Isaiah
the
Thomas still feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
hates his life right
Yeah,
now.
he's like,
Yes.
he didn't kiss me on the lips. This fucking stinks. You know?
Pippen, he's like broke, right?
Yeah, well, that's because Jordan's kid is dicking his ex-wife.
True story.
That's true. Yeah. All right, I got a Masters trivia questions for you and Rich.
All right.
And we're gonna see who wins. It is.
He'll probably know.
I think it's 13 questions.
Oh, jeez.
Me and
Perfect.
Danny can't answer.
You
I'm
guys are
looking
not
at
gonna
the-
know.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
Dan's
the-
looking at.
There's nothing about
Fitz,
where
you're the
appetizers.
typical guy that
Came
went to
from-
summer
All right,
school.
so how it's gonna work
Just gonna
is-
cheat.
I hadn't thought about how it's gonna work, but I'm just thinking about it now. I'm gonna give. We're gonna give Rich is the first. Is the newest guest on the show. So John's been on before, so he gets the honors. So it can be stolen. Okay. So it's a point a question. There are a couple that have a double.
Okay.
If you get an extra part of the question.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna give you 4 options on most of these.
All right.
Right. And if you pick the right one, you get a point. If not, the other guy gets to steal.
All right.
If
Okay.
he steals, he gets the next question immediately.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
First question goes to Rich. The first Masters Champions Dinner was hosted in A 1950, B 52, C 54, or D 56.
I'm gonna go 52.
Correct. Rich
Okay.
Look at
wins.
this.
Rich is up
Yeah.
1. Rich is up 1 point.
All right.
All right.
Good luck, John.
John's up
I
next.
learned all my golf from him, so like, I'm fucked.
John's up next.
Yeah.
The first Champions Dinner was hosted by A. Ben Hogan, B. Jimmy DeMerit. It's DeMerit.
DeMerit.
Yeah.
What a loser.
Sam Steve.
Marukin.
Marugan. Yeah. Or Claude Harmon. Or Claude
All right.
Harmon.
Is it so
Ben Hogan,
Ben Hogan,
Demerit.
Jimmy DeMerit.
Jimmy Demerit.
Yeah.
He's demeritus. Sam Snead or Claude Hyman.
Fuck, 52. I'm gonna say Jimmy Demerit.
The answer is incorrect. You
Can I take
steal.
it?
You can steal.
I'm gonna go Ben Hogan.
Yes, correct. 2-0. Rich.
Before you go to the next question, the championship dinner, the guy gets to
Yeah.
whatever he wants.
menu.
Whatever
Yeah.
he wants.
So if I win, I can do roast
Whatever
beef
you want.
sandwiches.
You
Yes.
go to fucking Dave's
Three-way.
Hot Chicken. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to read, by the way, this year's Masters menu after this.
Yeah, Scotty's got a good one.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2-0, Rich. Rich, you're back up. And this is a yes or no, so you're in trouble. Does the reigning champion pay for the Champions Dinner? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say no.
As wrong as yes.
It's okay.
Now it's 2-1.
2-1.
It's getting hot.
How about the confidence in that? He was like, actually, you're wrong.
All right. Now, this is a 2-point. You can get 2 points on this.
Okay.
Or you can get 1 point.
All right, let's see.
All right? But if you don't get the first one right, he takes it back and
Yeah.
can't get the 2.
Yeah.
So it's 2-1 Rich.
So lost.
I feel like Lowe threw that last question on purpose so I would get it.
Is it true that Arnie's Army originated at the Masters and not at Bay Hill?
It
Look at this fucker.
was
And a blender.
yeah, I know.
This is
I
like
know
when your
it
wife
can't be
asked you if
TV.
you took the trash out. Like,
I'm gonna
I
say
know.
yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes is correct.
Yeah.
If you give the year, you get double.
Like 64.
Nope, 59.
Okay.
All right, so
Wait,
it's
do you guys
2-2.
even watch golf?
2-2.
All right.
All right, Rich is back up. Hole number 15, considered the easiest par 5 on paper, is named A. Holly, B. Magnolia, C. Golden Bell, D. Firethorn.
Firethorn.
Correct. 3-2, Rich. All right,
was
John,
fun.
you're up.
Okay.
Who has the most Masters victories? Arnold Palmer, Gene Sarazen, Jack Nicklaus, or Tiger Woods?
It's Jack.
That was such an easy.
Wow.
It actually says right next to it, John Bennigan.
3-3. Question 7. What are holes 10 through 18 referred to at Augusta National?
Oh my god.
Back 9, last 9, second 9, finishing 9.
This is tough.
Ooh.
I'm gonna throw a guess and say finishing 9.
Nope.
Okay.
The back nine.
Both of you are
Look
incorrect.
at these losers.
Second 9.
I even
Second
knew it
nine.
was second nine.
You didn't know.
Can't believe they let you guys in there.
Wait till they hear this episode.
All right, so now John's back up, and it's 3-3.
Okay.
3-3.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
We're on question 8. It was the great American golf writer Herbert Warren Wind, who everybody knows and loves.
Yes. Love Herbert.
Yeah, searching for a
Fuck
way,
Shaughnessy, give me Herbert.
searching for a way to describe the trio of holes who coined the name Amen Corner.
Yeah.
When was Amen Corner named?
Oh Jesus.
A, 54, B, 56, C, 58, D, 60.
I'm gonna go 54.
Incorrect. You want them again?
I'll take it. I'll go 1960.
You guys are both wrong.
All right.
Just start watching.
58.
58.
All right, so it's 3-3.
Okay. Lowe's up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rich is back up.
Barn burner.
Who has made the most cuts in Masters history? A, Gary Player, B, Nicklaus, C, Arnold Palmer, D, Freddie Couples.
Freddie Couples.
Incorrect. If you
Okay.
get this and you can guess the number, you want me to give you the names again?
Yeah. So it's
Okay. So it's Gary Player, Nicklaus,
yeah.
Arnold Palmer, and Freddie Couples. He guessed Couples is wrong. So you basically have Gary Player, Nicklaus, and Palmer.
Okay.
33.3% chance of
I
getting
know.
this right. My math's correct.
I know Player made the most in a row. Tie with Tiger.
Correct.
Yeah. Even though he's a shitbag.
Sick last name,
Piece
though.
of shit.
He's the worst. Fucking hate Gary Player. Old bastard. I'm gonna go Arnie.
I mean,
No, is it-
On
was it
second
Player?
thought, I'm gonna go Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus. Do you know how many cuts he made?
I mean-
37.
Jesus.
37.
That's insane.
You would think you would get that because he has the most wins too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So
like,
it's
yeah,
like-
that's like just us.
It should
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys go hot, and now you.
can't teach him,
Cool.
can't teach him
All
everything.
right, so you're up.
No, you up?
You're up.
looking at
You're
it.
up. You're
All
up.
right, all right, okay. Now here's a double question.
All right.
All right. If you get the person who did it, I'm not going to make you get the year.
Okay.
If you get the person who did it, you're going to get 2 points.
Okay.
Which par 3 has only yielded one ace?
Can I tap in for a second? Can we get what holes on the par 3s?
We're not that good.
All right. I'll give you the par 3s.
Yeah.
4, 6, 12, and 16.
Okay. Perfect.
It's definitely not. Wait, maybe it's 12. Nobody ever gets an ace on 12. I'm gonna say 12.
Incorrect.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
You're choosing between 4, 6, and 16.
It's definitely not 16.
Definitely not 16. I'm going to guess it's 4.
That is correct.
Look at this.
You
Okay.
get the person who did it, which is going to be incredible. You're going to get double points.
Can we give him the decade?
You can give him the year.
92.
92.
92. Okay.
Just fucking showed it.
Imagine that it was one fucking ace.
Yeah.
It was a
92.
I've never heard of this.
What is 4? Is it like a...
I think it's the longest par 3 on the
So it's going to be like 250, 260?
Yeah, 2 something, maybe 180. I don't know. 92. If I had to throw a guess in there, I'm gonna say like Chip Beck or something.
I'm going to tell you right now, I love that fucking guess, but it's incorrect. It's Jeff Schluman.
Sluman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that?
All right, so 4-3.
He's in the Paul McCoy
Right.
tournament this year.
Jeff
You know
Schluman's in the
Sluman?
Patreon.
You know Jeff
Jeff
Sluman?
Sluman,
He's
one
like
of-
5'3".
Yeah, one of the biggest Patreon guys I've ever seen. How many amateurs have gone on to win the championship? All right, this is a double.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's up?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. How many have gone on to win the championship after turning pro? I'm going to give you 4 options. If you could name 3 of them,
Okay.
you get double.
So they
All right,
played
it
in
is
it
5.
as,
They played as an am?
and then went on to win.
Yes.
Okay.
They were the low am, and then they went on to win the actual tournament.
Okay.
All right. The options are for numbers. How many have gone to do this? 4, 5, 6, or 7?
Okay. I'm gonna go 4. I think it's on
Correct.
the lower side.
Correct.
I'll do 6.
You guys are so dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah.
5.
So dumb.
All right. I'll do this. You
Okay.
can go off to get the point.
Yeah.
You guys can name the people back and forth until
Okay. Till we run out.
Someone gets it
Right.
wrong.
You,
Yeah.
You wanna go?
I'm gonna go first and probably say Tiger.
Yep, correct.
Phil.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I was going second, say Jordan Spieth.
Nope. Incorrect.
Bobby
you want the
Jones.
list?
Bobby Jones.
Nope.
No.
Nicholas Woods. Or as my father would say, Nicholas Woods. Like you think he's bringing presents down to the house. Nicholas Woods, Crenshaw, Mickelson, and Garcia.
Okay.
Sergio.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're up 4-3.
4-3.
Yeah, you. Right?
No, him. You're up.
I'm up 4-3.
You're up 4-3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
Listen,
John's up, right?
I'm up. Yeah.
John's up.
Yeah.
What year did winner begin receiving the green jacket? The options are A, 1937,
Yep.
B, 1955, C, 49, D, 34. I don't know why they went in like a weird regression of years here, but like that's what they did. So 37, 30. All right, so let's start. Let's do it chronologically. 34, 37, 49, 55.
I say 55.
Incorrect.
God.
You want them again?
Let's go 1934.
It wasn't that soon.
37.
Yeah.
37.
It wasn't
wasn't
that
right away.
It was fucking
3 years
Yeah.
later.
All right, so Rich is up. And
Yep.
This is the final question.
Final question.
Riveting.
So let's
Yeah.
backstory. I started watching the Masters 1995.
Yeah.
These questions are all from 1940.
Well, I thought, you read that,
history.
I thought you read that ridiculous book that Donkey's
Yeah.
I
reading.
think it's awesome though.
All right. What is the widest margin of victory?
Oh, okay.
A9,
Yeah.
B6, C10, D12.
12.
Rich wins.
Yeah.
I know.
Tiger.
Tiger,
By the
1997.
way, now everybody's going to keep calling you Tiger Woods.
Who did he beat him by?
So Tiger, I
Who did
think
he beat?
1997. I think he beat Colin Montgomery by 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely calling. No,
Obviously, yeah.
Monty, that fat fuck.
Fucking bastard.
Who don't you like? Greg Player?
Player.
Okay.
Greg works at Target and saw it. One of the worst you ever.
No, I just think Gary Plays like just an opportunistic piece of shit. Like I fucking hate Gary Plays. I like every time I'll
I
text him.
start calling people that.
No.
All right, hold on. I know you have a particular league. Do me a favor. Tell a little Deutsche Bank story for everybody, would you?
Oh, sure. All right. I don't know. saw Dustin and Paulina get into it after. Are we recording or no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We were in. I was in the parking lot at Deutsche Bank, and I come out and Dustin Johnson's fucking waving his hands in the air like this. He's screaming at somebody, and I don't know who the hell he's screaming at. And then like I kind of walk like 5 feet more to the right, and it's Paulina, and she's like double birding him up right back at him.
Really?
Like, they're like literally going toe to toe across the courtesy cars, and they're screaming at each other. And then they get in the car, they both slam it. DJ hauls ass out of the fucking parking lot. I mean, it's the most volatile relationship I've ever fucking seen. He gets stuck behind one of the buses that takes the fans out of the thing, and he just starts wailing on the horn, and like he's like, fucking move. And like eventually speeds around.
It's my type of guy.
Yeah, DJ's out of his mind. He's the best. I love him. Speeds off, reaches across Paulina, and like flips off the bus driver, just bombs down the fucking Arnold Palmer driveway.
Did
It's
you
nuts.
see Ovechkin took over
Ovi? Yeah,
Gretzky
yeah.
today?
My kid loves Ovi. Like, yeah,
Dude,
it was awesome. It was
the
great.
last 2 goals
Isn't he
were
like?
Sick.
fucking sick.
Sick.
Did
Yeah.
he just? I think he's 39 years old.
He looks
64.
dude, he looks old.
He was hammering beers in the fucking.
At
yeah.
Coors Lights, dude.
Who?
Fucking
Ovi.
ultra cold, super colds. What are they called?
Oh, yeah, super cool.
Ovechkin.
Yeah.
So he broke
yeah,
Gretzky's record
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Most goals.
I loved it. So my kid got in. Cal just got super into hockey this year. It was his first time.
Yeah,
Like,
Connor
he-
too.
he only
Connor's
started-
loved it for 2 years, but
Yeah.
he's
He only
This
started
year's
skating.
been
So
crazy.
Cal's kind of late to the game, and again, not that he's coming from some NHL type gene pool, but so he only started skating a couple years ago, and he had to learn to play for 2 years, kind of get used to the ice, and this was his first year on a team.
Yep.
And he immediately goes from learn to play to like squirts. So like the first 5 games, he's getting called for offsides every other time he's down the fucking ice.
yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But he just got into it. And his 2 coaches, so shout out Steve Chula and Mike Casey and John Gregorio, they were amazing with him.
They
But he
listen.
Got super into it.
2 Patreon members.
And yeah. And he got obsessed with this Ovi fucking watch the past like month and a half. So he'd wake up every morning like Ovi scored. And I went to the Bruins game last week when he scored, and he got all geeked up about that. But my favorite part is he's like, Dad, again, bad parent, I let him go on YouTube. And he's like, Dad, did you see those videos of Ovi when he won the Stanley Cup? He was like swimming in fountains. He was having a good time. And he was drinking like 6 beers out of the Stanley Cup. It was crazy. He's the man.
Yeah, it shows him immediately after games,
Yeah.
just crushing
Hammering
Coors Light. Yeah.
Doing super cold. Niche
Yeah,
market.
niche market for Ovi.
Yeah. Well, listen. Here's the thing. Rich won.
Yeah. I knew it was going to happen.
That's a fact.
Yeah. it's-
Closer than you thought, though.
Closer than you thought.
Smoked.
Well,
All right, so let's give the
absolute
people a little
disaster.
bit of what they want. But in the meantime, let's talk about a couple other quick things. So we got sponsor of the show, Bella's Roast Beef, obviously. We got to talk about them first. Bella's, can you give me an update right now?
Yeah, let me check.
All right, so I'll just start it.
as
Again,
it-
1-2-1-1.
Oh, 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. BellasNA.com. We all know it doesn't stand for Narcotics Anonymous. It stands for North Andover. Get up there. They're in the ship right now as
Yeah.
I type this, as I say this.
By the way, Greeks who run roast beef restaurants, they're not like playing golf on the side. They're just all about the beef game. They're like the Tiger Woods of the beef game. That's what Harry is. Harry's like about the beef game. Dude, I have to say this too. This is how awesome Harry is. I went up there like a couple weeks ago and with my good friend Justin from Bad Brain and Joe from Gloucester. And yesterday, my brother-in-law sends me a bunch of pictures from my nephew Will and my other 2 nephews up there. I think their names are Ty and Eamon. And so they were there, and I was like, dude, I'm like,
Harry's up
yeah,
by 200.
Yeah, Harry's up by 200. Yeah, so we're in Beef Mountain. So Nate goes, dude, I go, you should have said hi to Harry, but I'm sure he's in the weeds. He's like, this is the big weekend. This is Beef Madness. He's putting out the best beef he can. He goes, he saw the Melrose Gear. He walked out. He fucking chatted us up for like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
like a legend.
Like a fucking gent, like he is. And they're up by 200. They might bring it back.
This will be the first
Double winner.
double winner. There's
Yeah.
never been a double winner before. Do you guys know what we're talking about?
No, it's fucking.
No. No idea.
North Shore
We're
roast
talking about
beef.
Gary Player, Joe.
The only thing I know about North Shore Roast Beef is John Marias.
1936.
John Marias is like obsessed with that fucking Facebook page.
So
Yeah,
every
that's what we're
March,
talking about.
every March we pit all the beef shop owners against each other to see who comes out victorious. And Bella's, one of our sponsors, has won before, and they're in the finals right now against Londies from Peabody, and They're up by 200 right
Nice.
now.
You know, Salem State, you got to send your daughter to Big Fred's.
What the fuck is Big Fred's?
I don't know if it's still there.
Oh,
No, they've changed names.
Fred's was the best.
Big Fred's is definitely
Fred's
not a
was
heavy
the
hitter.
Big Fred's
I pulled
best.
I moved like this years ago. The kid worked for me, and he was like going to Vermont, and I'm like, dude, you gotta go up there and get some Catamount IPAs.
Yeah,
Kid
yeah.
Mike Lacy. And he's like, goes to this bar. He's like, hey, can I get a Catamount? I'm like, dude, that hasn't been around for 20 years.
best, dude.
Quick double ad, by the way.
And the pizza place in fucking Vermont that they were like, yeah, it's the best pizza in Vermont.
you
You
said
were
it was the
like,
worst
what
pizza of
the
your life.
fuck?
Oh, Leave X?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, this is the best pizza. I'm like, this is
Recco.
pizza for like,
Another
this is
Recco
pizza
that
for
went
absolute
nowhere.
losers. Like, Swanton House of Pizza, my buddy Rui's listening to this right now. He is the one who dragged me to a fishing, what do they call them?
Peckerel.
A shanty.
Brendan, side note,
And,
that's
yeah,
Jimmy
Peckerel.
Barrett right there. With
There you go. A shanty. Give me Ken Venturi when he's about to die. but he made it through. Where was I? Oh,
Sorry.
All right. Anyway,
Terrible
yeah. Terrible pizza. But double ad right here. Misguided Spirits. Drink Misguided. I'm not only a sponsored podcast. We're an owner of
Pod owner.
Yeah.
Nice.
My guy James, Big Bad James, Public Party on Instagram. So listen, go drink that booze. You can get it online, misguidedspirits.com. Here's the big thing though.
Right here.
This sign right here was not made by Misguided.
Nope. No.
It's made by a guy, Jeb Burns, on Instagram.
Say his
Right?
last name.
John Bauman.
Bowman. Marukin.
I like to lean into these. You know what I mean? I like to lean into them.
The confidence with you saying Marukin was just.
It's not a bit anymore.
That's,
Maggie's like, you can't pronounce anything that you read things, but like, she's like, you like to like traffic in words that you
So
think are, like,
what's
fancy.
how do you
like,
say ramen noodles? The brand of ramen noodles.
Maruchan?
No.
What do you mean?
right
What he
above it
just
says
said.
ramen. There's a company. What company is it?
Maruchan.
Maruchan.
Yeah.
Uchan.
Maru.
CH.
Maruchan? Maruchan?
It's closer.
That's
It's
what they
Maruchan.
Maruchan.
But
I call it Marukin.
he said it was Marukin.
Like fucking. I'm like
it was
Street Fighter
great.
too.
Hey, so
Are you kidding?
Good. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Clap.
Tedco, by the way, Tedco, and then we'll do the rest of the ads at the end. Tedco, over at Fitzy's right now, building the film room.
Yep.
Putting the best of the business in there. You want to get your place renovated. You want to get your base renovated. You want to get your face renovated.
Yep. Ted can do it all.
Ted will find a person to do it. 617-996-6827, admin at tedcocm.com. Free estimate. They'll come in there and do it. You know what I mean? They'll make it happen. All right. So you guys had a podcast at one point.
Yeah.
Which I listened to faithfully. Also, by the way, I edited
the
the
only
podcast.
one. You-
I edited the podcast. You know this?
Did you?
Yeah. John was like, how do I do this? I'm like, just fucking send it to me. I'll edit it. Like,
Yeah.
I remember that.
much like myself, where I like just don't want to fucking. I just want to fucking get it done, get it over with. I was a big fan of this podcast. They gave out gambling tips every week.
That's what I'm
there
here
were
for.
People losing left and right. All right, so let's talk about this lineup this year.
Yeah.
All right, with the Masters. Now, like I said, going back to it for a minute, I find the Masters to be like. This is my favorite time of the year. It's like we go through March, we get March Madness, we get St. Patty's Day for us Irish guys, and then we get to the Masters. The Masters, like, it's finally gonna get warm.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, we're gonna stop playing golf again. Golf tournaments are coming. Pulling the corks coming.
Yep.
All that stuff. By the way, you can't be at the tournament this year.
No, I can't. Sorry.
That's a shame.
Where are you
going
going to be?
You're gonna be there, I think, right?
Yeah, I should be there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be playing with John. I think he's
Oh,
gonna
you
be
playing
playing with
Rich? Oh.
Where are you going?
On the day before, I've got I got a member guest at Bellevue.
Look at this. Toity bullshit.
Real nice.
By the way, I heard Josh the Ironworker told me the other day, he's like, I signed up. Like, I'm like, it's like a 10-year waiting list. He's like, yeah, well, I'm not dying probably till 80. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. And he's like, and I'm like, how long do you think you'll last before you get kicked out? Like, how long will that happen?
He knows enough people up there.
Oh,
He should be
yeah,
okay.
yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let me give you some of my thoughts and picks.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you guys to critique those.
All right.
If
All right.
you guys have any, which you don't.
No clue.
Okay.
We're here for the audience today.
All right.
Yeah.
So, by the way, John, I will say this about John Knockel, not Moraes. Moraes is an idiot.
So he's got like a size 14.
By the way, John Moraes went up $6 every month in his haircuts.
Dude,
this
I
last
fucking walked in the other day to book one. I gave him shit like 2 years ago, and I was busting his balls. I gave him shit 2 years ago when it went from like 45 to 50.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. But he at least gave me a warning for that. Like he's like, oh, it's going up. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I logged in the other day, no warning.
No,
And I was
nothing.
$55,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what?
So what
this
is
kid's making Wall Street money.
He's
He goes with the beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the only 9 to 5 Monday through
$100.
Friday barber that there is in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That's
down
my
at Fenway
challenge.
on the weekends,
Yeah.
spending the freaking money.
He's got no kids. Kid golfs like Jesus
He's eating
Christ.
relish at Fenway.
He has his own,
Motherfucker.
it's his own brand.
Yeah.
All right. So John, I will say this about John Knockel, a great organizer of people. He ran this league, this golf league this year that I played in with Moraes and Stevie, Suda, and Rich, and it was awesome. And I have to say this, I'm kind of like this, but not as much like John. You need a guy who's gonna organize some shit. You need a guy who's gonna bring some people together. You know what I mean? Like that's a fucking superpower because it's like underrated. You know what I mean? Like everybody in this league was awesome. They were everybody was a great
Good
guy.
dudes, yeah.
Like they all loved me. Obviously, it was awesome. But they were all great dudes, and we had a blast doing it. So
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
But you started we all play in. So next year, if you want to get in, you can get in.
Yeah.
Sod,
Yeah, we're gonna try and
sod
sell-
cutter.
Yeah. So we
Right?
well, that's the one and done thing we do. But the weekly indoor stuff, we're gonna try and. I talked to those guys last week. I was like, give us all 10 bays. We could fill this place up.
Oh, we definitely could.
What time does that start? Like during the night?
8:00.
8 o'clock. So it's 8 to
Oh, I
10
can
on
do
Thursdays.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
8 to 10 on Thursdays. And the best part is like we just do like the whole fun part of it is and we'll do it again next year. And I know I'll get shit because everybody wants to kind of be on the same team, but like you randomly get paired with somebody.
I think that's better.
I think it's so
better.
fun. Like Brendan got paired with Ryan Furch, and I love Furch.
Yeah.
He's a great dude. But like you couldn't have two more polar opposites, and like
Yeah, but we're best friends. Now.
yeah, yeah, and like Stevie Suda and
I
Ken,
never wanna get
complete
paired with him.
opposites. Like, but I love that part, and they all got along, and they played great together, and it's just fun.
I'd rather
I love
honestly
doing that
get
shit.
like paired with somebody I don't know.
Yeah,
Now it didn't hurt that Ryan Furch is pretty much a stick golf.
yeah, his swing is so good.
It's great.
Yeah.
And awesome guy.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, we couldn't be in regular life we probably wouldn't have met up.
Yeah,
Just put it that way.
Yeah.
So does it work strictly off points?
All right, so everybody's gonna bitch about this, but like,
So
you
know,
all right,
here we go.
give me the cliff notes because
so there's a quota. So you have to like essentially you got to have a handicap. You got to know what your handicap is, and if you don't have a handicap, we'll give you like a 25 or something like
that's
that.
me. I'm a 25.
And so so you get a handicap, and every week you've got to hit a quota, which is certain points based off your handicap. You got to get a certain amount of points every week. You get like it's 8 points for an eagle, 4 points for a birdie, 2 points for par, 1 point for bogey.
By the way,
1 point
first
for
week
that.
there, Knockel snaps a bogey. Eagle from
Yeah.
like fucking.
That only good shot I hit all fucking year. So and then and you got to hit a certain amount. So like my quota points every week, I think were like 12, and I would never come close because I played like shit. But like you got to get as close to that as possible, and then you add them up, and then that's all the regular season. We do 10 weeks, first 7 weeks of regular season. Playoffs are all match play, which is the fun part. And you do match play, all shot match play. So like if Chi and I are on the same team, Chi tees off, I hit the next shot.
Yeah.
I hit an approach shot, Chi has to putt, and then the next hole I tee off and Chi has to hit it. And it's just fun. You got to go against each other. And I'm sure there's some guys from the league gonna listen to this. They're all gonna bitch about like how the playoffs are structured from a point standpoint, but it's year one of a startup. We'll figure it out going forward. But it was fun.
Yeah, tell 'em to fuck
everybody
off.
blast. Yeah,
It's fun.
And the flow golf guys, like it's great. The two winners ended up winning 2 Scotty Cameron putters,
Which they can give a shit
which
about.
is give a shit. Yeah, Andy's got like a $600
Yeah.
putter. But it's just good. It's like Jordan put it the best. He goes, I do this just to get the hell out of the house on a Thursday night and drink a couple beers.
Dude, it was a great league. We had a ton of fun. It was like I actually said to Rich before you got here, I'm like, I'm bummed that like I don't have that little
Yeah.
to this week. You know what I mean? Like that was like our regular thing. We had all the guys in here for the week before the playoffs,
Yeah.
I think. And the best was the kid Wickles was like, we were like sitting, got back there. He's like, "Can we just go back to the garage bar? Like, blast in there, you know?" But also, you run a fantasy golf thing, which is very simple, which is awesome.
Super easy.
It's basically like you pick one golfer a week, but you can't reuse them.
Yep.
Right.
It's one and done.
And one and done. Yeah. And I infamously have been in the bottom like
Dude,
10% of this league for the last 3 years.
the guy winning it this year won it last year, and he's my buddy's uncle. And if he's not placing these, he's hit like 8 winners.
What's it pay for first?
It's like
Like $2,000.
I hope it's not listening. There's like $2,000 to the winner.
Just don't say 3 letters, and I think they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the winner gets like $2,000, and this dude Dan, yeah, I know him. He's a great guy, but he's so far ahead right now because he's won 3 of the last 4 weeks. He's hit 2 signature events. So your points are basically based off of the amount of money the golfer you pick wins every week.
Yeah.
So if you hit a winner, especially in like one of these signature events, you're winning $4 million every week, and you just skyrocket up the fucking.
Yeah. So this shows how bad my gambling year has been. Every week that I pick a golfer in this league that we're in, I pick him on DraftKings for like $30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last week was the only week I didn't do it. And I
told you
picked
to cash
Minwoo
on
Lee. And I would have won like, I don't know,
Right.
like $800. Right? And then I'm like, bet South Carolina girls today because my daughter goes like a dummy. And UConn just basically fucking ass raped them like right on the court. Gino and Ariamo was just like taking everybody to town. But yeah, it's a great league, dude. That's an awesome. I like stuff like that. Like we talk about it all the time, but it's like, I don't know. When like Benuzzo asks, like, oh, what do you want to do with this podcast? It's like, I'm like, we like the idea of creating community. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just like the league. It's like,
fun.
dude, it's like we all go there every fucking Thursday night. We bust balls. It's fun. You know what I mean? We have a blast.
So
And you, sorry.
no, well, because I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
Someone that sucks like myself doesn't make a difference. Like
No, it doesn't make a difference at all.
So like I can go there and I'm gonna be with a guy that's like he's stretching before indoor golf type of
You
shit.
could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You just gotta
I'm
get
gonna
your
be so
points.
Intimidated.
If your points are 2, you just got to get the
I'm a
2
morale
points.
guy.
You got to get the 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, like now me and Ryan Furch have been in the trenches together.
Yeah.
We never would have been in the trenches together for anything ever. or sense. You know what I mean?
Grinding in that match.
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, he's a fucking great guy.
Yeah. Speaking of Panuzzo, dude, if you're trying to get to the Masters, that motherfucker's got to know somebody to get you to the Masters.
Dude, that motherfucker's
he's
a loser.
playing Riviera. He's playing Riviera like every other week out in LA. He's got to know somebody to get you to
Anybody
Augusta.
tell you that? He's
Yeah.
fucking zero. This is brought to you by Success Lift. Success Lift, my good friend Brian Panuzzo, my college roommate. He can teach you how to get ripped. He can teach you how to put on some weight. So you need a double XL.
You need a double XL.
Yeah.
Hey, this
Dude,
fun
looks like
fact: this hoodie that I'm wearing and it
I'm
fits.
sitting at like 193 right now today. I was at 213 when this whole thing started. Am I ever going to be 170 and ripped? No. But that's not because of Brian. Brian does know his shit. He knows everything he's doing. We have a little group here that we're all in, and you can join that if you're in the Patreon. Email Brian or us. Steve Ballou just joined.
Yeah, he did.
Sent us this fucking dinner that he goes, you guys working overnight at UPS, just putting in some fucking work. He's like, it's chest day. It's Monday. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. I'm like, it's chest day. Yeah. By the way, I have to say, I'm a little excuse train the last week and a half. Like, I have been super busy at work. I set up a news. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking getting murdered at Bark. I'm basically chained in my bed, and then I'm driving out to eat a fucking volleyball. Here's the reality. Could I go to the gym at 9? I could. Do I? No. But... like, I got to get off the excuse train. That's the bottom line. That's what this is. A little accountability. We all report everything every day. Tell what we do.
I've been going with my 14-year-old son to the gym every night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw this video you posted. Kids
Yeah,
like flat pull downs.
So I will. This is how I know he's my
Can we
DNA.
talk about this story?
What, about what?
The fucking lady at the front desk?
She stinks. Yeah, we can talk about
Do
it.
you think, here's a question. I have a question for you. You are obviously white.
The whitest.
The whitest.
The whitest. I even did my ancestry DNA because I can dance. I am so Caucasian. It hurts.
You're white.
Yeah.
Your son is a mixed race, right?
He's a caramel macchiato. Yes.
Caramel macchiato, right? Do you think there's any racial profiling going on at this gym?
I think so.
I
think so.
That's what I'm asking.
And this woman is of Brazilian descent.
Rich, do not go to this gym.
So, long story short, I've been taking my son there, and their rule, I went on their website and it says every gym, because I go to Crunch. I don't need I just need the bare minimum stuff. Crunch Gym, $30 I can bring in whoever I want. So I got that membership. I've been there 2 years now.
I like picturing you bringing in like a bunch of different types of people. Like,
I've brought in people before that just they don't bat an eye.
yeah.
So the first day I bring him there, she was like, "Oh, he needs an ID." And I was like, "Well, he's 14, so like, he doesn't have one." She was like, "All right, I'll let it fly.
passport.
I'll let it fly this time." So I'm like, all right, what do you mean this time? Like, he's not turning 2 years. So I don't know. He's got stupid fucking hair. Like, he's got like the llama hair that all the kids.
Yeah.
Sideshow Bob here.
So dumb. So like, it's not like you're not gonna notice him, right? And you know, he's walking with me, and any other person that's at that desk, no one gives a flying fuck. As long as you're not in there destroying equipment, being an asshole, no one cares. They're making fucking minimum wage sitting at that thing, and they're hoping to sell personal trainer shit.
Yeah.
So every time she's there, she's like, he needs an ID. And I said it to them in the group chat. I go, if this lady asks my son for an ID one more time, I'm going to lose my fucking money. Because he doesn't have one. And there's nothing I can give him.
Yeah.
So I finally took a picture of his, because he lost his student ID.
Yeah.
Typical, right? That's his mother's side.
Well, I
Losing
guess-
fucking everything. But I took
I think every kid loses everything.
Right. So I took a picture of it, showing his age, showing that he goes to school, and I have it favored in my photo so I can just pop it right up. So she's like, he needs an ID. I go, what are you doing here? Like, this is him. She goes, no, it's got to be physical. I go, it doesn't exist. They don't exist anymore. I don't know what to tell you. She goes, all right, I'll let you go this time. What, you already said that 5 times ago. Just mind your fucking business. You see me walk in with him. We're here for an hour and 15 minutes every single time, and we leave. Beat it. I don't know. She just sucks.
All right, new sponsor of the podcast.
Crunch Fitness.
Crunch Fitness.
Crunch Fitness. Ben Franklin Print Company. We should do that real quick.
Yep.
BenFranklinPrintCo.com. Their number's right there. Like, they do everything. By the way, we're thinking about new types of shirts for the golf tournament. Maybe like a fat guy swinging a club. I'm thinking like the PGA Tour emblem. Like last year we did the Masters one, and I'm like, I just don't want to redo the same one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus it's the second. So we'll figure something out. But Ben Franklin Print Company does everything else. Joe's our guy. He's the best in the business.
Maybe we let the Patreon guys see if they can fondle some ideas around.
Well, I like that. Yeah, let the Patreon guys fondle themselves. Yeah, we'll do that.
Try to use that in a nice sentence.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but check them out. They'll do everything for you. They'll design stuff for you. They'll wrap your car. They'll wrap your coffin as Ferg says. They're the best.
We do have to.
American Benchcraft.
Oh, yeah,
Last
yeah.
one. By the way, American Benchcraft. Union made,
Veteran made.
veteran made.
Union shop.
Are they still a sponsor? We don't know. Hey, we air it out right here. Talked to Chris the other day. They go in like phases, so we'll see. But I'll tell you right now, it will never stop me from wearing their shit or using their shit. I get the ledger. I get the fucking wallet. I get the belt.
Stickers.
Stickers. Everything. They're the fucking best. AmericanBenchcraft.com. They're the fucking best. Rich, what's your handicap at today? That's what I want to know.
Right now, it's probably like an 8.
8.
It's coming out of last summer. It's an 8.
All right.
We'll be like a 6 or a 5
I like that.
at the end of
We're
this
thinking
summer.
positive.
Yeah.
Naka, where are you at?
For what?
Handicap.
Life.
Yeah. I got 2 kids. No,
Got
I'm
a
like,
job.
yeah, no. I'm like a 12 right now. I can play to a 30.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it depends on what day you catch me. But
Yeah.
like, I was telling him, I told you guys I was playing at Flow Golf this morning. It was like the best I felt in fucking
Dude,
years.
it's
So-
the weirdest thing, right?
It's
It's like the
dumbest
weirdest thing
thing
in the world is that like, so I got these new irons and they're new used irons, AP2s, and somebody was like, "Oh, you got to stand a little closer, right?"
Right.
And I stood a little closer, a little more upright. And I see. Here's a bad habit I get into. My best friend, one of my best friends, I have three people that I would say like, when I say best friends, like my oldest friends like in the world that I can remember.
also
There's probably
fucking good.
4, but there's 4 of them. But like Kevin Mara was one of them.
Yeah.
And I play with them. I play with Kevin Mara. The most golf I play is with him, right? He is. How tall are you, John?
5'8".
5'8". So Kevin's probably around 5'8", 5'7". Mara, in general, as Kev said when he bought his house, the upstairs is perfect for Mara height. Like, and when you say
I've been at that upstairs.
when you say somebody's 5'7" or 5'8",
Yeah.
Kevin goes average height. That's what they are. They are all sticks, right?
Right.
Unreal.
Yeah.
But they're shorter, so their swing, and they were all hockey players. So their swing is more like
Right.
flat, I guess,
yeah.
right?
Flat.
Right? So, like, I would get in this habit of just watching them and be like, this is how I'm going to become a 2. It's like, and then, like, people are like, no, you have to be, like, way more upright. So I started, and I'm like, I went to Flow one day, and I'm like, dude, I've never felt this click before in my life. And I'm like, it's all over. All the shit is over. Like, the fucking low handicap shit is here.
coming.
Like, I just found Shangri-La. You know? Right? Just gemstones. Like, we just found the church.
Best show.
It is the best show. That's gone away. Okay, so that's all gone away. That's what's crazy about golf, though, right? It's like Fitzy
Right.
talking was like it's like actually Joey Boats compared Fitzy's swing on to be in Bowser golf
Bowser
from
from Mario
Mario
Golf.
golf.
That's
Like,
great.
Yeah.
like, dude, when you smoke a ball, like the thing about golf is it's so weird because it's like you don't. Everything else goes away.
Yes.
Every other stressor in your life.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying, okay. I agree. During the times that you stress about golf, yeah, it stinks.
Yeah.
But like when you're playing and you're fucking hitting it decent, not only are you hitting the ball decent, every other thing, it's like the best opiate that's ever
It's
been
like-
fucking invented.
Yes.
It's like when the best actor of all time, Will Smith, told me that sometimes you just see the field. And that's how it is, right? When your golf swing is clicking like that, and you're just up there fucking saying "fuck you, Mario," because you're Bowser. It's like nothing else. It's the best.
Dude, I gotta say that. Go ahead.
The best part of golf for me is in a scramble and they use your fucking drive.
Yeah.
When you stink at golf like I do, and they're like,
I wish
we're
I
using
knew what that
gillies,
felt
I'm like,
like.
you know what? This is it. I just walk up there stilted.
Dude,
That's
I'm
right,
a
it's
good
mine.
scramble. I'm a good guy to have in a scramble if I'm not your lead guy, obviously. If I'm your third guy, like I'm a good scramble guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
like, that's a good life.
That's a good.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
So I have a story about golf. So when I met my wife, she knew like two things about my name and then like you play golf. And then she called. I was like, let's go to driving range. She called me on a good day, and she's like, really, I just know Tiger Woods and golf, and you are Tiger Woods. And then the next day, she's like, it was a bad day. She's like, what happened? Because yesterday you were Tiger Woods. She's like, you're the best golfer I've ever seen in my life. And then I'm like, that's golf. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And then now I'll get home and I come back. She's like, how'd you play? And I'm like, oh, not too great. She was like, okay, it's fine. It's golf. Like, don't get upset. It's just you play good sometimes. You play
You'll
bad.
say it's fine.
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'll never. Here's a quick good one. So when I was like 30 or something like that. So I grew up not being on the golf team or anything like that. But like, my father would take me out. My father started playing when I was like in high school.
Yeah.
And my father's a good athlete, and like he actually plays hoops. He's gonna kill me if I get this wrong. Plays hoops righty. Throws baseball lefty. Golf's righty.
Sounds like Al from Bad Brain.
Plays basketball lefty too.
Oh, he's a lefty jumper.
Yeah, but he couldn't get clubs
Yeah.
like you know.
Right, you can't get lefty. You can barely get them now.
So he learned. So, anyways, my dad is very capable of being in the mid to high 70s at his best point of his.
Right.
Now he's getting into his mid to upper 70s. So like he can still shoot his age. Like he's fucking good.
That's like
right?
the goal in life.
Yeah, but the weird thing is my dad's game is not like what you think. It's not the bump and run and the fucking
Right.
putting. It's like he can still drive it as far. He can still drive it 235, 240.
That's awesome.
So, anyways, totally forgot where I was going with the story. But that was a diversion of it. But where the fuck was this going? What a great host, by the way.
We're talking about TA, which is fine by
Golf.
me.
Yeah, that's right. I got caught up in my love for my own father. What can happen? What worse can happen? But no, so it's like it is true though. It's like you get into this thing where it's like, oh, here's the story. So I'm like 30, right? And so like I said, like I have a pretty decent enough looking swing. I look like I'm kind of know what I'm doing. I can definitely be not great. I'm like, but like. It's like every time the thing rates me on the golf zone,
Yeah.
it's like you have a great kinetic sequence, but you have a lower swing speed than most people.
That's the
I'm
most
like, oh,
frustrating
shit,
thing about
right?
playing the indoor place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're 30 years old. Maggie's best friend's getting married, or not best friend. One of her friends is getting married. at This horse farm up in Woodstock, Vermont, right? Maggie's real best friend, or at the time, from Needham. Her husband, this kid looks like somebody shit him out of a fucking Brooks Brothers catalog. It's like, dude, he looks like he's in a Brooks Brothers catalog, right? That's what he looks like. Name's Brian. Good guy, right? Now, when I look at a guy who looks like a shit out of Brooks Brothers catalog, he looks like he should be good at golf, right? Like, that's a guy, like, this guy is white as the day is long. His hair's cropped. I'm like, this kid can wear a fucking cardigan like nobody else. You know what I mean? He better be able to swing a 6-iron. So we get out there, and we played at Woodstock Country Club. And it was raining a little bit. And I'm like, all right. So now when I have a good day on the golf course by myself, like when I was playing a lot, that's like an 84, 85, right? 83.
Right.
That's really good for me.
Good score.
Good
Right?
Top 5%.
And my general is like 92, 93.
Yeah.
Right? So I go out there with him. He doesn't know anything about me. I don't know anything about him, really. We're just like, we're going to do this, right? There's nobody on the course, just him and us. It's drizzling the whole time. I shoot 80, right? And he just fucking stinks. If he listens to this, he's a great guy, but not a great golfer. So I'm like, I don't tell him shit. I don't tell him, like, this is a great round for me. I had it for a 79 and I lifted out the putt. I acted like it was no big deal. Like, I was like, all right, whatever. So, like, 2 summers later, we went to, like, some other wedding. It was down the Cape, played captains. And, like, he's like, you going to play? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And I shot 98. And he goes, dude, I thought you were like a fucking I'm like, I've let you believe that. I'm like, yeah. But when you have it, in that moment, right? Like that day, I could see this course. Like right now, when it was happening.
Yeah.
It's like, I shot 80 at President's one day. And I was like, this is how it should just always be.
Right.
Like, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the next time you come out, you just flush one right into the tennis courts at Bellevue. The fuck, you know?
But yeah, that's like, did you ever see that movie, The Greatest Game Ever Played? Where it's like about Francis Ouimet winning the U.S. Open.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Like there's that scene. There's a scene every time he goes to hit he goes to hit the ball and he like just focuses on the ball and he blocks out everything and like all the crowd disappears. He just sees like straight down the fairway, and that's exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Like when you're in that weird place where you can actually play that stupid sport.
It's like Bobby, it's like Bobby C, who's been on this podcast. I don't know, 8 times, something like that.
he's up
the
there.
best, right?
Lots.
Bob C, he's the best. He's been going for. I'm like, how's it go? He's like, kid, I went to Unicorn the other day, 42. 42. He goes, it's working. And I'm like, I can feel that energy, and I'm like,
He
and
loves
then
it,
you go
too.
home and you tell your wife about it, she's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less.
You take the trash out? Like, what are you talking about?
So my wife is different. So my wife, like, if I go play golf, she sets a score, like, before I go. She's like, if you don't shoot 70, like 70, if you
come home.
don't, she's like, you don't break 80, like, you're not getting in the house. I'm like,
That's my girl,
I'm on like the 18th. I gotta make like 2 eagles and a birdie to shoot 80, and I'm like, you got cots back
But you know
there?
what's awesome? Like, so obviously I happen to be friends with a lot of like really good golfers, great golfers, and you like being around it. I'm a fast golfer. Like I'm as fast as
Yes.
my father was always like, you gotta move. So like I'll never hold you up. The Mars, like it's like you go out with them. It's like all of a sudden you're like, I remember the first time with Joe Mar, Kev, Tim, and the younger brothers of Joe. Tim, like I firmly believe that if Joe was in the age of the internet, like he had a bid to go to Georgia Tech, and his father's like, you got a full ride to go to Lowell. So he set every record at UMass Lowell, right? Like back in the day, he would have been like when his ball comes off, it comes off so low and like just skates right up.
Yeah.
And like I remember the first time I played with him, we played a scramble, and I was like, oh, this kid is fucking nasty. But then we won the tournament, and then we ended up almost getting beat up for winning it. And then this is a great story. I was like, we ended up winning it. We were 18 under at Stowe. We had 4 mulligans, right?
Right.
So we ended up. I hit a 50-foot rope putt. Like everything worked out, right?
Yeah.
18 under. This kid stops me in the bathroom. And he's like, huge. He's 50 size. He's like, you didn't fucking shoot 18 under, you fucking loser. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I think we're gonna get our ass kicked. And I was like, welcome to being a Mar. That's how it all exists for us. So we won. We won pro shop credit. Then we won another free round. So we all went out and played it again. And I was just like sitting there, and I'm playing like, and then Joe dribbled one into the water, and then he stepped in the water and he hit it out like to 6 feet. And then they're like Joe is 1 under on the front. And I'm like, how did that even happen? It didn't look like anything really happened.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It actually looked pretty simple. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, that's how good you have to be.
Yeah, when you play with people that are good, like it's like boring. Like you just like you hit it down the fairway.
Yeah.
You hit it on the green.
Yeah.
You 2-putt, you 1-putt, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
That's why like, it used to be so fun watching Phil. Because Phil golfed like us. Like Phil would fucking shank it into the wood. Not shank, but he
then
did it
save
yeah,
himself.
save par.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's why Speed
like
is so
from
fun now,
speaking of the Masters, when he came off the pine straw.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Yeah. saw that the other day.
Yeah. That,
Unbelievable.
That and Bubba in 2012, two greatest shots in the history of that.
All right, so let's wrap this up by winning some people some fucking money. All right.
Okay.
You guys have been long retired.
Well, before you do that, I do have one question. So these two guys that got Scotty Cameron putters, right?
Yeah.
Were they both righties?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happens when I win and I'm a lefty? Do you exchange it for me, or do I got to do it?
No, they gotta order it. So like the Flow Golf guys took all their information.
Oh,
They
okay.
order it for you. Yeah.
Oh, so they take
Yeah,
care
no
of it.
free ads, but yeah, the Flow
So,
Golf guys.
so one tournament I do every year. It's a great tournament, but the guy that runs it's a lefty, so he makes sure that every lefty that's in the raffle is. I mean, every club that's in the raffle is a lefty because every time I've ever won anything, I had to go fucking exchange it myself.
Oh.
So he does it on purpose, and I love it.
This guy Andy, that's the English fellow. It's
the English
in the
fella.
league. Who's nasty as a stick. Like I was like, oh yeah, these kids. I was telling this other story, like him and Jordan. I was like, yeah, when I was in high school, the German exchange program, and these kids came over from Germany. They were playing field hockey. I'm like, field hockey's gay. And like, and he goes, I play field hockey, and I'm like, oh, I guess that
The
explains
coaches field hockey.
why
Yeah.
why you hit it 315. All right,
Dude,
so
he carried 330 the other night.
that
Nuts.
kid hits bombs.
Yeah.
I look at that. I'm like, I went on YouTube the other night. He's like, how to get more swings. And I'm like, they're like, don't be you.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, don't be a fat fucking 5
Oh,
foot.
it's fucking insane.
All right, so we got the Masters coming up. So who do you guys like? What are your picks? Where do you like them? Like top 5, top 10?
Okay.
Like, all right.
All right. So I got a couple notes on the Masters. So a couple things right now. So Rory is playing the best golf. Like Rory's the story of Augusta. He's playing the best golf going in. He's a mental hit case. Like he's gonna step on that property, and he's not gonna win. So if you're betting Rory,
Bite
like
your tongue.
if you're betting Rory, like throw your money in the dumpster. He's not gonna win.
He's never won.
He's never
It's
won.
The only thing he needs for the grand.
He needs it.
Yeah.
Like it's too much for him mentally. Like he's not gonna win.
He had it, and then he pissed it away.
Second point.
I guess that's his point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had like 5 majors in the last 5 years. Second point, Scotty. He cut his hand cooking pasta. He's been rough. Like he made $20-30 million last year. Why is he making pasta himself? Hire a chef. like his name is Scotty Chef. Like you have to be the chef. Like just fucking hire somebody to cook the pasta. Like so it's
First clip of the show, right?
Yeah.
now.
it's gonna be like, how can he come back? Is he ready to go?
Yeah.
And then the live guys. So like I was watching the Masters like during the 80s, and that's where all the Europeans were like playing well. You had Seve, you had Faldo, Sandy Lyle, but when they got to Augusta, nobody knew how these guys were playing because they already played in Europe. Nobody saw them, and that's kind of how the live guys are. Like nobody has seen them. Like I guess they're playing, they're playing well. Like Bryson, he's playing well. In the past like 6 months, I've seen Bryson hit more shots over his house than I've seen him play golf. Like every time I go out and see him, he's on YouTube, he's breaking 50. I'm like, this guy's playing great. Like, but we don't know how he's really doing. So that's interesting. And then you have like, who are the best of the rest? Like, is it Morikawa? Can he break through? Is it like Ludwig? He second last year. Is it like, and then get back to Jakob Niemann, he's a live guy. Rahm, we just don't know what they're doing. So that's where it comes in. And then for bets, Phil's playing great. I watch Phil on YouTube. He's playing great. Like I again, like live, like I don't know. Nobody watches them except for like 20 people on Twitter who like swear they love like live golf. It's the best thing ever. Like I just don't know. But Phil's playing great. I have him for a bet top 20. And like with Phil, when Tiger's not around to like get all that Masters air, Phil shows up and he's like, oh, remember me. Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Sergio's playing great.
Sergio's won, right?
He's won on live.
Yeah.
I've been told. Like, I've been told.
How old is he now?
He's got
like
it.
our age. He's like mid.
Yeah, he's got to be like 40.
Yeah.
No, he's older than 40. He's gonna be like.
He's gotta be,
40,
'cause
'cause
He's like 45,
legitimately our age, yeah.
44, I would say. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. And like the Masters is one of those tournaments where there's really like 20 guys who can win.
Yeah.
There's the guys who've played there, they know the course. Anybody that's going to their first Masters, just like kick them out. Like don't bet on anybody going to their first Masters.
Well, I don't know. Ludwig almost fucking won.
He almost won, but he's special.
You think Spieth has any shot?
Spieth has no chance.
No, he's a heck.
So like we're Texas.
He always tanks. Like he
Yeah.
comes out.
He's
shot out of
lost.
the cannon, and then fucking by round 3, he just fucking
He's lost.
goes off a cliff.
Spieth has no chance. Bryson, I don't think has a chance. I think he'll put up a couple good rounds. If I had 20 guys to list, I'm not gonna say all 20, but I know I said bad about Roy. He'll be there. Scotty will be there. Morikawa, Hideki might be there. But it's golf is weird this year. Like this league that we're in, like I shouldn't even be giving golf advice. Like
What's that Australian dude's name?
there's Adam Scott, Cam Smith.
Cam Smith is on.
Cam Smith.
Yeah.
He'll be there.
Yeah.
But he's on live, so you don't know how he's playing. Like
He was
I don't.
arguably the best golfer in the world when he went to live, and now he's like, you don't know exactly what he's just saying. You know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
But, like that course is perfect for him.
Yeah.
Perfect for him.
So it's a lot of uncertainty. I would.
What do
say.
you think, John?
I'm a sucker for Rory. I fucking love the guy. So I'll always bet him to win it. I'm gonna pick him in our one and done league because I do it every year, and at some point it's gotta fucking happen. So I like Rory. I love like what he was saying about the live guys. Like I think John Rahm's gonna come up and fucking play.
Dominate.
I think he's gonna play this year. Like I love Rahm. Like Rahm is the type of guy. He's so competitive that like he's got to be sitting on that tour with 20 people watching him on YouTube or Fox Sports or whatever the fuck they're on, and just it's got to be driving him up a wall. And I think he's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna put on a show. So I love Rahm. It's a perfect course for him. I'm with him. Like I don't think Scotty. I think Scotty's kind of in a weird place right now with his. He's kind of in a headspace. Like he fucked his hand up. He got off track. He wasn't on the same schedule. So I wouldn't bet Scotty to win it at all. I do love Hideki. Hideki's built for that course. He's playing really good golf right now. So I would take him for like a top 5, top 10 bet. So yeah, like you're never gonna hear me like as much as he shits on Rory at Augusta. I'm always gonna say he's gonna win it. So, Brendan, you could hear me next Sunday screaming my head.
Here's a question: Are you gonna be dropping off breakfast sandwiches?
Yeah, Sunday. So all right. So just to prove you how old I am, happy birthday to me.
Did we not say it?
No, don't worry about it.
No, because we said it when we walked in.
Yeah,
but today
yeah.
is your actual birthday.
Yeah, exactly. 45. And I have this is going to show my age. I have a colonoscopy scheduled for Friday. So,
Join the club.
Yeah, exactly. So I will not be dropping sandwiches off on Friday, but Sunday I'll drop sandwiches off. So.
I was gonna say usually it's a Friday drop off.
Yeah, Sunday I'll drop them off. But yeah, so
Best breakfast sandwich you've ever had in your life.
it's good.
I do remember you telling me that.
It is good. It is good.
Evan was at hockey today, and he's like, "Is John bringing breakfast sandwiches tonight?" And I was like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." And he's like, he talked about his breakfast sandwiches. I was like, "Oh, all right."
I can't remember.
I'm happy you listen. No shit, dude.
This
Yeah.
kid who listens.
I'm 43,
Oh.
and my mind's just broken. I have no memory.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, like pimento cheese sandwiches.
Pimento cheese sandwich is fantastic.
They're fucking gross.
No, it's terrible.
Awesome.
Danny
I think
hates
like
it,
6
so
of them
I've
will
never
be
had one. But
Oh, they're awesome.
if Danny hates it, it's
it.
probably right up my
I'll
alley.
fucking
So I
drop
can't
one
wait.
off. Yeah.
I
I
would
can't
I
wait
wanna
to
eat it.
try one.
I would say go have like 6 pimento cheese sandwiches and didn't do your colonoscopy. Let's see what the doctor says. Like,
yeah.
what have you been eating? Whatever you need to do,
I
stop.
had a friend back in the day who like went in for his colonoscopy. They're like, "Didn't we tell you not to eat for like 2 days?" He's like, "I had roast beef dinner last night."
You're not supposed to eat 24 hours in advance. So literally, it's all liquid that I have to have like fucking leading up to.
We
it.
got any voicemails?
Throw the cans on.
Let's go.
We're gonna see if this works.
Can I wait before we do this? Can I say my favorite bet that Chief
Oh,
places
that's it.
every year?
I have to pee.
Oh, he's gonna take a piss.
Go ahead.
He bets some random Asian dude to finish like the leader of the on day
He always
one.
picks top Asian.
It's a random Asian dude that always is there.
Pick top Asian. All right, ready?
Yep.
Morning, gentlemen. I'm sitting here ready to go into work, finishing up episode 157, and I find myself
Doobie.
actually wanting to weigh in on something you guys said on the show for the first time ever. Coming from the guy who just said Maruchan and the gentleman who chose Def Jam Vendetta on his top 5 list, which Def Jam Vendetta wouldn't be on the top 5 list of Def Jam games. There's only 4 of them. It's Ryu. It's always been Ryu. It's never been Ryu. Don't bastardize the Japanese language. Love the show, guys. Keep it up.
That was Doobie, right?
I believe so.
There's
Yes.
no way it's real.
I'm just telling
That was
you.
Ryu, right?
So that's what I grew up saying, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you what Super Smash Brothers says right now. It says real.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's like life altering. Just ruined my childhood.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
What's going on, you cocksuckers? It's Justin, creator of Food Court, creator of Bernard Cozy, creator of Santino. I have a question for you guys. What is something that smells better than it tastes? My answer is barbecue. Going to a barbecue restaurant. Smells unbelievable.
What an idiot.
That's
Don't
dumb.
get me wrong, barbecue food tastes good. So I'm not knocking barbecue food. But I will say, the smell of a barbecue restaurant is a top 2-3 smell in the entire universe. So I'm going to hang up, let you guys talk about
I
it.
know my answer.
It's
already.
I know mine too.
Season. I'm all fired up.
What do you got?
All right. I'm going.
Corksuckers. It's just
My old man smoked cigars when I was a kid.
That's playing again.
Yeah, I got it. My old man smoked cigars when I was a kid. I think the smell of a cigar for me is
Yeah.
better than.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Montreal steak seasoning.
It smells better than it
Smells
tastes.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget buying it. And I was like, wow, this stuff smells. I literally in the car, just sniffing it. And then I put it on steak, and I was like, this is fucking terrible.
Really?
Steak needs nothing except salt, pepper, and garlic powder. That's
Perfect.
There you
That's
go.
You know what I've
Yeah.
never tasted, but I know it smells better than it tastes? A Christmas tree.
Yeah. Also, so my answer is Windex.
Yeah, Windex is.
Windex
great.
smells delicious, and then I drank a whole bottle one day. And I was like, this is terrible. And then I,
up in ER.
and then I stuck a baby in the microwave.
All right, boys. Thank you very much for coming. If you want to stick around for
fun.
the Patreon, you're
Yeah.
more than welcome. Maybe we'll get some behind-the-scenes stories of golf from John Knuckle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Funny ones.
Rich, thank you very much for coming.
Oh, absolutely. Enjoyed it.
Broke the color barrier. And
Only took 3 years.
It was
dude.
supposed to be Danny's best friend Iggy,
Yeah.
but he's a
Sucks.
dickhead.
Iggy never showed up.
Yeah, Iggy never showed up.
Iggy is best friends with Darren, which is
Oh,
his brother-in-law. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're just all best friends.
yeah.
Darren's great. Iggy sucks.
The best part is people have asked when the gender barrier going to be broken. That'll be 3 years from today. Yes. Thank you guys very much for coming on. We had a blast.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good.
And I wish I could promote your podcast that doesn't exist anymore, but if we go back, it's probably still on the internet, right?
It's
still there.
I think somewhere.
we might
It's almost like going back through like
I need to
Biff,
bring it back.
Biff
we might
Tanner's-
recharge it.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we should. It's like Biff Tanner's, like sports almanac. You can go back and you can see how bad you guys were on your bets. All right, listen. That's the end of it. Golf tournament's full. Patreon's coming up next. Peace.